Next, I'm going to discuss how to complete a student expense report. Over here on the right, you will see a student expense report. So make sure everything is turned into you by your students in your organization, or if you are filing for reimbursement yourself. Please make sure the account right here, where it says general ledger number, is filled out correctly. This is your GL code for your student organization. Please fill out the amount to the penny, to the cent. If your expense report and your receipt do not match to the cent, it will get denied. So please make sure everything matches accordingly. Up here, please note your name, address, your student ID, and your class or student organization, all right here. On the right here, please note whether it's a direct deposit or a paper check. And then in this main box right here, please note what the purpose of the purchase was for. Down here, this is only for travel. If you are not getting reimbursed for travel, please disregard. If you are reimbursing for travel, please fill out this section down here as well. One very important note for this is to know that all documents must be uploaded in PDF format. If they're not in PDF format, it will get denied and you will have to resubmit that for approval. So please follow that procedure accordingly. Now that you have all of your paperwork, your receipt, your completed expense report, now we physically need to submit it for reimbursement. So please make sure, once again, that all of your documents are in PDF format, whether it's your expense report, whether it's your receipt, whether you need a receipt or an attendance list from your event. So please make sure all of that is in PDF format when converting those and saving those to your submission. Please also verify that your expense report is filled out properly and completely, and that includes the student ID number. If it's not filled out properly and completely, it will be denied, and you'll have to resubmit that. Please make sure your receipts are legible and the amounts match to the cent on your expense report and your receipt. And then, like I said, please make sure an attendance list or event flyer is attached if you purchase food. If you do not purchase food, then you do not need the attendance list or flyer. But if food is purchased, you need those. You need that additional component for your reimbursement. You'll sign in to your MW portal. You'll hover over Student Services, and on the drop-down, you'll see Check Request. Requisition for check, excuse me. So please make sure you fill that out completely. And if you have any questions, we're obviously happy to help you complete that. The reimbursement status. Once you submit it, you will see it as submitted. Once you go through your first approval, which always comes to me first, you will see it as in progress, and then it will remain in progress until it goes to all approvers, and then you will see it as approved. If your expense report is submitted incorrectly, it will be denied, and if it is denied, you will get an explanation in the comments field, which will also be sent to you via email. If it is denied, you will need to resubmit it for approval. And if it is denied, it is removed from our queue, so we are no longer able to see it. So you are responsible for tracking your check request for changes. So once it gets denied, it goes back to you. So please make sure you follow up accordingly for that. Budget review. So how to run a report. Again, you'll go to the Student Services tab under the MW portal, and you will click Budget Review. Once you're in the drop-down, you will select the fiscal year. It will always automatically default to the current year, which is 23-24. You will hit then Run Report, and if no transactions have posted to your account, you will not see it. So you'll have to go back to the previous screen, change the fiscal year to 22-23 or the previous year, and you'll have to run it again, and you'll see your current balance from last year. We are in the process of forwarding all of the balances from last year, so you should see it shortly if you have not seen it yet, but please follow those steps. Once you can see it, how you read the report, you're going to see a few columns. You're going to see the actual, which is the actual money in your account, and then you're going to see the column that says income, which stands for encumbrances, and those are reserve funds that have not yet posted to your account, like a purchase order for a fundraiser sale. So please just make sure you read that accordingly, and sometimes it does take a few months to process that, so we always recommend that you keep accounting on your own end so all of your finances are in order. Deposits, so money going into your account, are always in parentheses, and debits are without parentheses. So those are money that is outgoing from your account. So please just read that accordingly. And like I said, it usually takes a few months for things to kind of update, so it's always good, and it's always recommended that you keep accounting on your own. Budget transfer. This is another feature that and form that you will find on MW Pulse. So what is budget transfer? It's when you're going to transfer funds from your organization to another organization on campus. So you will need a GL code for both your org and the org which you are sending those funds to. And a list of all of those can be found on the MW Pulse form under budget transfers. So common instances when you would use budget transfers is if you're an executive council and you're issuing your annual stipend to all of your student organizations, or you and another org are co-hosting an event. Typically what we recommend is one org pay for all the expenses, and then the other org transfer money for their half of those costs. So those are some typical instances when you'll use budget transfers, but please note those can take about 3 to 4 weeks to fully transfer. So just plan accordingly. We always recommend you letting the other organization know that, hey, I did initiate the budget transfer, but it is going to take a few weeks for those funds to be reflected in your account. So just know when you submitted it, it comes to us, and then we submit it on your behalf to business services. And once that is done, it takes about 3 to 4 weeks to process.